so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding my heart cold back.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Again, it's Harris, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Damian Harris with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Jones. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Nico Collins, 34 yards. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off-play action. Jones. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to try and go deep again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Ready?
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here and just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run with Gibson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Off the bootleg. Jones. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Okay, ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Ready.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. The slot man in motion right. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On the set.
2nd and 20. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Okay, right.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They're going to look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. On 4th down on his Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And bringing it out usually isn't the best decision, but he turned it into a good decision with what winds up being a terrific return. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And that will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now Jones on 1st down. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
On 3rd down, it's Morrison. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Antonio Gibson, 26 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now Jones, and that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. T.J. Hockenson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll get this to Nwangu. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, I would guess it combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play, and just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Jones now. Throwing on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 3rd down, Jones. He's going to take another shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trailed as we get back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Drops this off with the longer. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Back to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. That'll be complete to the running back, Luongo. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Steps away. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And now here's another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Sanders now to have the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Throwing Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame, but that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying to...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Ready. Come on, 38.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one?
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to play.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They'll still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Back to throw again. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a second down and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Let's go. Field flat.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
6, 7.
They'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now Jones. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Jones on 1st and 10. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Jones. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On the set.
The Charger drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes this to Sutton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. DeForest Buckner with a sack. The former number 7 overall pick.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield. But they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And now here's another interception. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so you don't get another one picked off.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Ball red.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it.
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.